Hey guys, welcome to another video of Today I Fucked Up. Today I fucked up when I encouraged my roommate's dad to follow me to his son's room. Yesterday, my roommate's dad decided to show up at our apartment unannounced. I answered the door and invited the dad to come inside. I was high as fuck at the time, but I did the same I always do when I'm pretending not to be high. I would repeatedly stop my eyes from closing at the last minute before blinking. I have no idea why I do that or how it even became a thing. But I imagine I just end up looking like I'm struggling not to fall asleep instead of looking less high. But Dad could tell I was stoned, and I could tell that he could tell. So to avoid prolonged eye contact, I literally turned my back towards the dad and encouraged him to follow me to his son's room. The dad said he was willing to wait in the living room until his son was ready to see him. But I insisted that we go to the source. It was the weed talking. As we approached my roommate's room, it was obvious from the noises that he was doing the nasty. I was aware that my roommate was doing the nasty long before his dad showed up, but somehow I forgot to remember that until it was too late. The dad and I heard my roommate calling his girlfriend an S-word more than once. This prompted the dad to knock on the door and make his presence known, and also with an annoyed tone in his voice. That was my cue to walk the fuck away. Even though I didn't stay to watch the fireworks, I heard the dad yell at my roommate for being disrespectful and degrading towards his girlfriend and threatening to tell his mom. When the dad was done speaking his mind and stormed out, my roommate and his girlfriend had nothing good to say to me, and I did not blame them. Because of me, my roommate is now going to get regular visits from his parents every week. Today I fucked up by listening to music with swearing in it with my 4-year-old. So, I'm listening to some of my favorite music with my 4-year-old son. We're dancing, singing, and having a great time. The next song comes on, Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name. We keep singing and dancing. And we were singing the lyrics, F you, I won't do what you tell me. And then my wife walks in. What do you think you're doing? My son keeps singing, F you, I won't do what you tell me. She's staring at me with a look that would kill, and probably will kill. I was so into the music, I didn't even notice the lyrics. So I'm here typing this while I'm putting my son to bed. To all the dads out there, learn from me. Always think about the lyrics in the music when little ears are around. I'm really happy 2 Live Crew didn't come up in my playlist. I might have gotten in a lot more trouble. Today I fucked up because I told my best friend that my fiancé is pregnant with twins, and I want to name one of them after him. First of all, I, 23 male, and my fiancé, 23 female, have been together for 4 years. 6 months ago we got engaged, but have decided we want to wait a few years to get married. We knew we wanted children, but we weren't concerned about when that would happen. About 2 weeks ago we found out that she's pregnant with twins. I am so excited and I've had such a hard time holding it in. My fiancé only told her parents and very close friends, but told me I can only tell my parents and siblings. I don't really think that's fair, but I love her and I just said okay. Today I hung out with my best friend of 10 years and I couldn't help but tell him about us having twins. I knew my fiancé would freak out if she found out, so I was so nervous to tell him. Since I have had him by my side for so long, I have always known that I wanted a child named after him. When I went home, I came clean with my fiancé and I told her what I had said. She got so furious, I thought she was about to kick me out and become a single mom. When I mentioned wanting to name one of the twins after my friend, she said I had to stay in the guest room tonight. Just now, as I was about to write this, she came into the room and told me that my friend already knew because they're his brother's kids. So now I don't know what to do. My fiancé cheated on me with my best friend's brother. I'm so annoyed and just shocked. Now I know why she didn't want me telling my friend. Because he knew that she had cheated on me with his brother before, and that as soon as he found out she is pregnant, that he would get suspicious. And she's always been nice to my friend, but always was a little off around him. I guess that's so he wouldn't tell me the truth about her and his brother. I was really excited about having kids. She won't stop crying and begging me to stay and telling me how sorry she is. I don't know what to do. Today I fecked up by expecting my family to pay for my birthday dinner. Yesterday I turned 18 years old. For the past 6 years, like clockwork, every day on my birthday, we'd go to the same place for dinner, and I'd always get the same thing. For those who are a bit confused, I have extreme OCD and a high-functioning autism, which means I'm very well regulated and like things to stay the same way as they always have been. Every year on my birthday, we go to Applebee's. The first thing I would get is steak and shrimp parmesan with a side of loaded mashed potatoes and cheesy steamed broccoli. Hate me or not, with a side of mozzarella sticks. In total, it's around $30. A bit expensive, I know. I couldn't really tell something was off until a bit later because when me, my mother, my stepfather, and my older brother sat down, they didn't really say anything. I was confused at first and started tapping my fingers on one another like I always do. The conversation went a little bit like this. My mother said, "Well," I was rather confused. "Well, aren't you gonna call a waiter over?" This gave me extreme anxiety. I have extreme issues with speaking with people and I tend to stutter and I get very, very scared. I asked her if she could do it, and she does it in a huff. My dad and my brother staring nonchalantly as she calls the waiter over. The alarm bells are ringing in my head. This is never how it went before. As the waiter gets to the table, he asks everyone what they want and what everyone ordered. As he gets to me, my mother stops him and tells him, "Separate bill." This is when my heart began beating very fast. I don't have a job. All the money I get is from raking my neighbor's leaves. I just kind of froze. I didn't really say anything, and I got a really bad stomachache from the anxiety. This is where I'm conflicted on whether I'm the a-hole or not. My mother would explain at the table that now that I am 18, I should be able to pay for my own things. I was already feeling nauseous from the situation, so I just said, "I don't have any money." My mom kinda huffs and shoos the waiter away. This soured the dinner party. However, my mom also paid for my 23-year-old brother. My family were calling me an entitled little a-hole the whole ride home. When I got home, I just ran to my room and cried. They've been ignoring me the whole day. I may be bad at social cues, but my family has never acted like this before. I mean never. They've been treating me horrible the whole day. I feel very angry and upset at my family. If I would have been warned, I would have saved my raking money. I also don't mean this to be a validation post. I have all the information you have. I'm just very confused and I'm terrible with social cues. Asperger's, am I right? My family gets a little tight on money. I guess I really should have asked before I assumed they were gonna pay it for me. But I missed out on my birthday dinner because I wasn't mature enough to bring my own money. I'm just gonna rake leaves for a couple weeks to order it from takeout. Edit 1. Before you start attacking my family, this could totally just be me missing some social cues or something. I'm very terrible at picking up hints. Edit 2. I understand that my parents were horrible, but I can't claim I didn't do anything wrong when there was nothing wrong beforehand. I've cried about it and tried speaking with them and they don't want to talk to me. I don't know what I did. For everyone concerned about me, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Edit 3. Also everyone, I'm a high-functioning autistic. It's a bit difficult to pick up on the social cues and besides the anxiety, I'm fine. I'm gonna have to sit down with my parents tomorrow and talk things over. This post kinda painted them as monsters, but I was a very tough kid. Everyone's saying to leave and call the state, etc. A psychologist deemed me perfectly capable of being independent if I could work on my anxiety. My parents have been loving, but I could be a troublemaker sometimes. Update. Well, I couldn't get in contact with my dad. I messaged him on Facebook and tried getting a hold of his friends. None responded. Currently, I am couch surfing with a friend. I would have stayed at my house for a bit longer, but my mom and my brother had a fight with me and they got physical. So I began feeling unsafe in that environment. I didn't take much with me, but a bag full of clothes and the documents I could get hold of. I've blocked my mom and my brother on all forms of social media. The friend's dad I'm staying with said I could stay as long as I like, but I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome. Wow, OP, I do feel that your family were quite unfair with you regarding this situation. Pretty much what I've gathered from what you said, you had no idea that you were gonna be paying for this meal. And as you said, you always order the same meal every time. You have discussed that you have issues, especially when it comes to social situations like this, and your family should know you by now. They should have been able to understand your situation and how you would feel. Not only that, they just completely ruined your birthday. Yes, there was a little bit of a miscommunication between you guys, but there was no reason to drag everything down to that. I also feel you made a good decision moving in with your friend's dad. As you said, it's an unsafe environment for yourself. Not only that, you said your dad is ignoring you now. At the end of the day, it was only $30, and it wasn't really discussed beforehand with you. I feel that your family seems to be pretty much loose cannons at this point, but they will always be your blood-related family, so you can decide how much contact you want to have with them in the future. And remember, it's like your mother said, you're an adult now. You choose how you want to live your life. Don't let other people rule it for you.